What's going on, guys? My name is Apex and this is going to be my guide on defensive tracer on Hanimura. Now, people say defensive tracer doesn't work, but I'm going to disprove that. She is a distraction tool and that's how she's going to win the game. Already you see me, the spawn zones have just opened up and I'm in their backline, a place where you don't want tracer. I'm already finding targets and I'm picking off the weakest one on their team, Zenyatta. Now he's dead and he's got to spend 10 seconds in the death screen, and they know someone's in their backline. A tracer in the backline can be pretty deadly, and what you'll see me doing is poking at people and distracting them and getting them to come towards me. Now I get lucky here and I get a lot of damage onto tracer and then I get the assist. I don't want to 1v1 tracer for too long because it can end up being really long drawn out scraps where you're just dashing around each other. Now here you'll see Zenyatta once again. Now we're up to 20 seconds that he's spent on the death screen. And Roadhog is pretty good to target as tracer because if you can outplay the hook like I did, you can stack your ultimate. But I don't know who's around him, so I want to back off and just let him know that I'm around. And you'll see D.Va looking for me already. So D.Va, I just poke at her and let her know that I'm here. Now Roadhog and D.Va are aware that I'm in their backline and they're going to be looking for me. Now I can hear D.Va's thrusters going as she's trying to find me, and I just juke her and let her go. She's wasting time. I'm burning down the objective timer. And here you'll see me, I just realized that no one is at the front gate, so I have to start pushing into the objective and finding where they are. Otherwise I'm not playing the objective, I'm just walking around the spawn zone. Now here you'll see me misplay. I throw my ultimate. If I had dashed then threw my ultimate, I would have ended up securing a kill, but I dodged the hook again and I just poke damage onto Roadhog. That's all I want to do, is just keep him looking at me. Now when he pops his ultimate here, I realize I need to back off and respect his damage, because while it pushes you back, it does a lot of damage. Now here you'll see no one's defending my objective and it's being capped. Now it's Tracer. I'm ready to fight this 1v1, but as soon as Reaper shows up, I realize that I need to back off and respect Reaper's damage, because in a 2v1 versus Reaper and Tracer, chances are you're probably going to lose the fight. Now here, I was on my way to go back and try and get into the spawn zone, and I come across Lucio. Zenyatta has been forced off Zenyatta and has been forced to go to Lucio. So I take the 1v1. It's a difficult 1v1 versus Lucio because he sustains and has mobility. Here, dodge the hook again, and I want to fight Roadhog. If I can distract their tank and keep him from pushing the objective, their DPS has no peel, their supports have no peel. Now sadly my team isn't winning the game with the advantages that I'm giving them, and I'm forced back on the point to help defend them. They're 2/3 the way there and I need to start being more aggressive. Lucio has spawned for the 4th time in a row and he's died. That's 40 seconds he spent in the death screen, and time is precious when you're an attacker. Lucio is not contributing to his team at the moment based on how I'm playing. I'm picking him off and I'm making sure that his abilities are rendered useless. He's dead weight to his team, and now I'm focused on Roadhog. All I want to do is make sure that Roadhog is chasing me anytime that Lucio is dead, and if I have to fight the two of them, I will take it, as long as I'm distracting people. So here I just dodged the hook and I'm starting to stack my ultimate. All I want to do is just put shots into Roadhog, stack my ult, and then use it straight away. Stacking your ultimate on Roadhog is really easy because all he is just HP. He's a HP tank that you can stack your ultimate really fast on. So you're going to see me using my ultimate really willingly. Anytime I see someone I can stick, I'm going to stick them because I know Roadhog is going to stack it really quick. Now here I have to 2v1 and all I'm doing is delaying. Genji can beat me in a 1v1 and Reaper can beat me in a 1v1 if I play it to their way, but all I do is just keep moving, keep using my dashes, and watching for any of the cooldowns that will stop me beating them, like Genji's deflect. Now as soon as I see Fair show up and I know she can kill Tracer, I just go and disengage and start fighting Roadhog. Once again, Roadhog is dead, so he's falling into the same boat that Lucio has fallen into, and this game is quickly turning into a 4v6. Now here I see both of their DPS champions split up, and I decide to take the fight versus Reaper. He has a higher impact ultimate in a team fight and he has less mobility than me, so I can determine the pace of the fight. And as long as I can keep him in this house and poke at him, I will eventually end up winning the fight. So I use my ultimate to zone and I by chance run into Roadhog and he actually ends up taking the bait. Now I've got 2 people interested and my team are filing in. Roadhog burns his ultimate and gets nothing for it. He ends up losing all his health and his life and is forced back to spawn, and now Reaper is left alone and I just chase him down and finish him off because he's used his mobility and has 0 sustain. Now Genji's in the objective and I have to contest. I'm not sure whether my team can hold, so all I need to do is just be around and make sure that my damage counts in the fight. D.Va has gone in and used her ultimate and now she's going to spawn back in her mech, and I need to do a lot of damage to D.Va to actually knock her out of the mech. So all I want to do is just poke at her and stack my ult and then use it to zone. here we're getting to the point where my team is dead and I end up misplaying horribly. I'm in a 6v1 and I decide to keep fighting it. I eventually end up getting out here. I could have survived if I ran, but I get greedy for the kills and decide that I want to push it and stall them. The correct play for me to do in that situation would be to back off, wait for them to forget about me, and then re-engage on their backline to get 2 or 3 people to chase me down and re-establish the chase I had going before. Now we're on to objective B and they have a second Genji. One Genji is hard enough for Tracer to deal with as long as he has the deflection up to, but I cannot take on both of them with deflection up. Now I've heard both of them at this point burn their deflections, and neither of them can fight me without that ability up. I can out DPS and outmaneuver both of them, so that fight was favourable for me to go back in. Now it's at this point that I misplay really bad. I recall after just tapping D.Va for a little bit of damage, and then I chunk out Reaper and I end up getting greedy for the kill, and I end up getting baited into a fight that I can't win. Reaper picked up the health pack, I had no recall, and I was in a very narrow corridor where both of them could run me down, and they ended up picking the scenario of where, when, and how the fight was going to happen, and that's something you can't do as Tracer. You need to be deciding when and where you're going to fight, because you want to pick the fights that you know you can win. Otherwise, all you want to do is just pick away at them and get them interested and just kite them around the map. Now here I decide am I going to chase down Reaper, and I just made the decision that he was already outnumbering himself because people were respawning. At this point I spot D.Va and I try to poke her to get her to come back and fight me, but she doesn't end up taking the bait. Roadhog is already back here, and that's the guy I want to fight. I want to get my ultimate stacked, and I just want to keep him in this objective because I know he's an easy kill. I've 1v1'd him before and I know I can beat him. Now Farah's respawned, and that means that I'm in a 2v1. This is what I want to do. I want to be keeping people away from the objective and burning away the timer. Now I've got 4-on-1 in their spawn zone. They're doing everything to try and get me out of the spawn zone because I am pretty much a sore thorn in their side. Now I'd steal the health pack away and I just use my recall to get back on the side of the objective. They were capping the objective. D.Va's still looking for me. Roadhog, Farah, and Reaper, they lost interest and decided to push, which was the correct decision for their team to make. They realized that if they ignore me and push onto the objective, it's a lot easier for them to win than if they play my game. Now thankfully, I got back there in time to actually cancel Reaper's ultimate and stop him from wiping the defense clean, and that ended up saving my team a lot. Now I know everyone is going to be spawning. This is where I want them. I know when and where they're going to spawn, and all I want to do is just find someone and kill them. All I want to do is delay and burn it down. We're down to 2 minutes. I know Roadhog is in the area, and now all it is just kiting him. I don't have to actually fully fight this guy and kill him. All I need to do is just poke at him. He really wants to ignore me. All he wants to do is push onto that objective and help his team, but as long as I'm here poking at him, he can't do that. Now he's missed the hook. I won this fight already. I have so much more maneuverability and DPS over Roadhog that if he can't lock me down with a hook, which he hasn't done yet this game, he can't kill me. So I'm just using my ultimate on cooldown to kill him every single time. Now what's happening is my team are mopping up the flanks because they have no frontline threat. What they need is something to draw my team to the front door to allow their flankers to get into the objective. But every time Roadhog pushes on the objective, I hit him with everything I have, and Farah will pass through. I'll put damage onto her. Even if I can't finish her off, I'm putting damage onto her to make her play a little bit more safe. Once again, Roadhog is pushing on my front door, and you can see I'm just stacking the ultimate, dodging and waiting for the hook. As soon as I see it, I'm going to dodge it. I used it a little bit too early on that time, but it doesn't really matter. He's gotten to the point where he's not even trying to throw out the hook because he knows that what's going to happen is he's going to get burnt down with my guns and then he's going to get tagged with my ultimate. So me playing this courtyard and moving up to the spawn and then moving back is creating this threat that they have to be aware of. And it's gotten to the point where the team is trying to ignore me, but they can't. Like, Roadhog needs help, but he's not getting it. Now here I mess up big time. I use my rewind, which could have saved me, and then I tried to dash. I ended up that I didn't jump and then dash. If I had hit spacebar and then double dashed, I would have been able to clear the gap. Normally you do it with 3 dashes, but I'm able to do it with just the 2. So we got to the point, there's only 20 seconds left. I've been really aggressive in this game. I forced their support to switch support twice. He's gone over to Mercy now to try and keep his team alive. So he's gone from Zenyatta to Lucio to Mercy, which means he's getting desperate. He needs to keep bringing down what he can do and limiting his options. I've kept Roadhog completely locked down all game, and I've been able to fight the 1v1s when I've needed them with their damage. Now it's gotten to the point that they're just doing their final push, and all I need to do is just be on the point and just put my damage out there. We've won this game already. Like, they're filing in slowly, Roadhog's doing a late push on the front door, and Tracer can't do anything. Now you see they're going to try and revive. No one comes up because we managed to get Mercy. And that's pretty much the game. This is how you play defensive Tracer. All you want to do is initially push forward ahead of them, don't let them see you, and then start working the back lines. And if you have to be the person on the front line, you just want to find that one target. This is the guy I'm going to kill, and I'm going to kill him over and over and over. Now, what ended up happening in that game is Roadhog should have gotten help early on. Someone should have established that I am the bigger threat on the game, and they should have gone for me. So you just see a pretty epic play of the game there. This has been my first commentary in about 9 to 10 months, so I hope you enjoy it. Please leave comments, tell me what I can improve on. My mic quality is a little bit lower, but hopefully what will end up happening is the more confident I get, I'll be able to do more of these, and I'll do aggressive ones, and I'll give tips and tricks on Tracer. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. That's going to be it from me. Take care, and peace out.